Then fam, so as you are probably aware, especially if you've been here a while, this is a gaming culture channel. I am Scottish, and as a Scottish person I care very much about the culture of my own country. Now, in the last couple of years we've heard more and more moves about particular forms of language and self-expression being blocked by AI and by people reporting things online. Sometimes they report the things online that they've that are not actually what they're reporting. They're misreporting in order to mess with someone because they don't like them for whatever reason. I've had personal experience of this back in the PlayStation 3 days when somebody tried to say that I had been racist to them. When I actually looked back at it, I hadn't been racist to them because I'm not. What had actually happened was I had beaten them badly in a video game and they wanted to get back at me, so they made a complaint to Sony about me. So, with people like that in the world, and we've all seen it in other facets of existence, where people will make complaints about other people for things they haven't done to get them in trouble, so that they can have their little moment of revenge, you can tell stuff is not as it should be. So with that in mind, I'd like to bring all these aspects together and discuss something with you. See, the fact of the matter is, we here in Scotland, and I think a few other places, importantly of a similar nature in this aspect that I'm going to speak upon, like Australia, Ireland, and to a certain extent also the Welsh. Celtic countries in particular, and of course, as I said, the Aussies, and probably by extension of that in a similar cultural context, people from New Zealand. We are a sweary bunch. Now, I don't swear here on this channel, which is one of the things I think makes me different in the YouTube space, in gaming, and especially in Scotland, is the fact that here I do not swear. Outside of YouTube, oh baby, I can turn the air blue with the best of them. And I can, and frequently do. But here I do not. However, we Scots, we are very, very good at swearing. It's one of our main talents. We're good at swearing, we're good at self-deprecation, and we are incredible at being sarcastic. And when those things come together, especially the sarcasm and the swearing, oh baby. I mean, there's a reason why there are like videos from Morley 13 of Scottish people just abusing each other verbally online because it's funny and because we're excellent at it. I don't mean to tout the, bang the drum for my own people, but, certain things are just true. However, with these AI programs that some companies put out to detect offensive language, considering it's part of our culture, the way that we talk and the way that we interact with each other, I personally find it offensive that Scottish culture is removed through these AI actions, through people's inability to understand how we speak. Give you an example. When Scottish people are talking to each other, we can use the C-bomb in a friendly context. Those C's over there, they're good guys. I'm a right C me. Let's play this game. So on and so forth. It's hard to use the words when you don't swear in the channel. But put it this way, we'll use swearing as we use any other word. It's part of our cultural lexicon, for want of a better term. It's just what Scottish people do. We are a sweary bunch, and we're good at it. So we do it, and we don't even think of it. We don't do it to be mean. We don't do it to be deliberately offensive. We do it because that's just what we do. So when a computer program comes along and issues a warning, and then a suspension, and then a ban for Scottish people, Irish people, Welsh people, Australian people, and New Zealanders being who and what they are, that technically could be considered a hate crime, because we are just being who we are, doing what we do, how we do it in our everyday lives. Now, admittedly, yes, some people, don't want to hear people swearing in their video games in an online lobby. To those people, I would say you have an option. You can mute the chat. You can change the channel on a telly if you don't like what you're watching. You can leave the cinema from a film if you don't like what's happening in the film. If you don't like the band at a gig, you can leave the gig. If you don't like the chat in an online video game where emotions are flying and banter is running, you can mute the chat. Now, admittedly, yes, there is a thing about how some groups, especially women online, are treated badly, especially when they open their mouths and they talk. And some guy will go, "Hey, make me a sandwich, love." That's wrong. That's just offensive. That's not banter. But when you can hear that two Scottish guys are having a go at each other, but they're having a go at each other in the same way, then maybe, just maybe, they're mates, or they understand each other because they're on the same level of banter. Maybe you should just no go hitting that report button quite so quickly, and maybe your AI tool needs to be updated to understand different cultural concerns from different places. Anyway, that was just a wee rant from me. I want to know what you think, so typey down below, let Zembloke know. Do you consider your culture to be infringed upon by artificial intelligence tools that are meant to monitor and try and make gaming safer and easier for the public at large? I'd really be interested to know. And, of course, hashtag support Scottish YouTubers. Aye. Nae bother.